Hello friends, wishing you a very happy new year. Today, the first story of this year I have got for you is A Mother's Prayer, written by Shivani. Mother's love, no one can doubt it. But can a mother's prayer really be what the author writes in the story? Come, let's find out. A Mother's Prayer by Shivani. So long as a man's self-confidence is inviolate, his pride remains intact. He feels no need to bow his head before anyone else. It is only when he feels that all doors around him are closing that he turns in despair to God. In our Shastras, this refuge is what is called Sharanagati. And this indicates that the solace such a haven offers is not unlike the security that an infant finds at a mother's breast. Kumaon has one such haven for those who have despaired of life or human justice. The walls of this temple are festooned with thousands of letters that are desperate appeals addressed to God. When this appeal is heard and justice received, the grateful supplicant returns, ritually tears up his letter and offers a bell to Gwala Dev, the dispenser of this divine justice. Chitai, where this quaint temple is situated, is a mere 4 miles from Almora. Perched on top of a hill, the tinkle of the temple's bells swaying in the breeze can be heard from the path that leads up to it. Red and white flags flutter in the brisk breeze that always blows around here, and the sounds of the myriad bells vary from the deep boom to a gentle tinkle. Each bell has the name of the grateful donor inscribed on it. This bell was offered by Parvati Rotela of Sunai village to Gwala Dev. He saved her husband, Ganga Singh Rautela, from the gallows, reads one. This bell was offered by the brothers Khem Singh and An Singh, says another. Who were these brothers and what did the Gwala Devta do for them? Although there was no embellishment of this cryptic inscription, I always imagined that they too were saved from the noose. Virtually every other bell is offered by those who had no hope of escaping death by hanging. All over Kumaon, the devout believe that Gwala Devta's justice is always weighed in favor of the pure of heart. They say he has the uncanny ability to separate water from milk. However, if the supplicant is truly guilty, Gwala Devta's punishment is equally swift. There's a marvelous sense of peace within the little temple. A small image of Bhairav is studded on one wall and is barely visible behind the thick swirls of smoke from incense and the lamps of ghee that burn constantly. Dark, almost womb-like, the temple of Gwala Devta preserves a certain air of mysteriousness that cannot but evoke awe. Who are these fearless people who pronounce their crime so freely to the world, and what gives them this courage? I always would wonder. This time, when I visited the temple, 3 letters caught my attention. One was written in Bangla. Thakur, bipode more rokha koro, ami khon korini. Meaning, Thakur, protect me in my time of danger. I have not committed the murder. Under this appeal, in neat letters, was the name of the supplicant, Nilkantha Goswami. The second letter was attached to the court order, pronouncing a death sentence. The letter, written in the charming and slightly ornate old-fashioned Pahadi style, began thus: Swasti, Sri Sarvopama Yogya Shri Gwala Devta, as if the writer one Dungar Singh, were addressing an elder in his family. What followed was a graphic account of his crime. He had killed his beautiful young wife, and as I read the letter, I felt as if I had been able to almost see the blood dripping from the head he had chopped her neck from. Tell me, Gwala Dev, Dungar Singh wrote, if you had been in my place, would you not have hacked off the neck of this wicked Khasini like the goat we kill at your doorstep? I nursed her back to health after 3 years of tuberculosis, and she paid me back by conspiring to kill me? That too, with my own brother's help. I caught her red-handed and did what any red-blooded Thakur male could do. Gwala Dev, Dungar Singh wrote. Now you give your verdict on who was wrong and who was not. The third letter was the most amazing of all. It was written in a childish schoolgirl's hand and on a page torn from a school notebook. I stiffened as I read the opening line. Gwala Dev, if there is any truth in your power, make my daughter a widow. What mother was this, I thought, to ask for such a boon? Plead for her own daughter to be made a widow? But as I read her impassioned appeal, I felt this was only a boon that Gwala Devta would be forced to grant. Her only daughter, the mother wrote, was like a tender flower, but the monster who had married did not give her a day's happiness. Along with his mother, he had tortured her, burning with live coals. When she had asked to go and visit her mother's home, he had burnt her tongue so that her mouth was a mess of sores. Finally, he broke her legs. Her parents brought their half-dead daughter home, and maddened with grief, the mother had come with her appeal to the only true dispenser of justice she could think of, Gwala Dev. I brought her home yesterday, she said. I want justice, Gwala Dev. Let the bastard suffer the same fate as my daughter. Don't grant him an easy death. Golu, let him inch towards his end in misery. The day my daughter becomes a widow, Golu, she promised, I'll come and sacrifice a goat at your doorstep. Rather than have a husband like hers, I wish her widowhood, my lord. That childish scrawl contained the sorrow of countless mothers in Kumaon. That such women should have to seek justice at the court of Gwala Devta rather than at a court of law, I thought to myself, was a shame and enough cause for all of us to lower our heads and think that what society are we living in, where a mother has to pray for the widowhood of her own daughter? Friends, in this new year, let us all be mindful of our own lives, of what we are contributing to our life and hence to the society at large. Let such mothers be no more a case asking for justice to God. Let us be capable enough to free the society of such evils. Let me know how you like the story, friends. Thank you for all your support. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to help it grow even further. This growth has been possible only because of your love and encouragement. Thank you very much for the same. And wait for me again when I come again with another story to narrate to you. Bye-bye, take care, and loads of wishes for a wonderful and meaningful new year to each one of you.